Wilton, obviously things didn't start off well with the first interception. Was there anything in particular that Harbaugh said that made you snap into it, or was it just, instincts?
Yeah, that obviously wasn't the start I was imagining. But yeah, I was kind of rolling to our sideline anyway, so my momentum just kind of carried me right into Coach. And he just grabbed me and hugged me and was kind of laughing and was like, "Don't worry, like we'll get it next drive. Don't even sweat about that." And I was able to do that. So.
Anyone else, please raise your hand. We'll get you a microphone. Second row to the left here, Larry.
How much did it help you to have the balance you did in terms of a running game and some different receivers and tight ends?
Yeah, so anytime a quarterback has a run threat, it helps a lot. It helps the passing game a lot. So to have that balance and then have guys like J.U. and Amara and Jake Budd and Mo Ways, Drake Harris, the list could go on. Just weapons after weapons. It makes my job a lot easier.
All the way back to the left.
This one's for Mike. Mike, we heard so much about Don Brown's defense and blitzing, and you personally had a great game. The defense overall did so well, especially in the first half. So just what was it like to finally get out there in a new scheme and kind of show what you guys could do on the greatest stage?
It felt really good. We talked about it all week, just going out there and showing everybody what we're about. We had a great defense last year, and we want to be better than we did for it last year. I feel like we made a good statement coming out.
Second row, middle right, Adam.
Well, just going through the game, can you kind of take us through the process of you getting kind of acclimated? I mean, you're comfortable in the system, but just the game day environment, just kind of taking it step by step and putting it together. What was that process like?
Yeah, I knew the game plan front and back, and once I saw my first completion to J.U. on that slant, I felt completely settled in, and kind of like a weight was lifted off my shoulders, and I was able to just get comfortable and fire some shots in the pocket.
Was there a particular player that you felt like kind of boosted you right there?
I mean, they were all really supportive. Jake Butt was in my ear a lot, Davion last night and this morning. But yeah, no, everyone was real cool.
Front row, middle left, Steve.
Well, Coach said, we'll get it back, everything will be okay. You start on the 2-yard line.
Yeah.
Talk about the momentum that you guys got on that drive and how you finished it off with that fade to Grant.
Yeah, starting that deep, it's just an opportunity to march down the whole field, and that was what we were able to do. I was able to complete a few passes. The offensive line was holding all their blocks really well, and the running game was outstanding. So to be able to march down the field 98 yards and then fire a shot into Grant in the corner of the end zone was a good feeling.
Standing all the way back right corner, Justin.
Wilton, Coach said he knew who the starting quarterback was earlier in the week. When did you find out, and what was your initial reaction and process after knowing that it was going to be you coming out today?
I don't really remember a date or like a certain day of the week that I was named the starter. I finished spring ball last year on top, and I was told going into camp that I would start there, and it was my job to lose. So I made sure to stay there, and I didn't really worry about him naming me the starter or what day it happened or anything like that.
Front middle, John.
For both you guys, players have been talking about watch out for Chris Evans lately. Did what he did today surprise you at all?
For me, it didn't surprise me at all. Going against him and all the other running backs every day. I see it in practice all the time, and kind of expected it to happen. He's a great player, a real humble kid, and it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, from the first day of camp, he was making plays that, and I didn't even really know anything much about him. I knew he was just a recruited kid out of, I think he's from Indiana. But then, after 2 days of training camp, we all knew who Chris Evans was, and the best part about it is he doesn't let anything get to his head, and he just goes about his business.
Back to Adam, middle right.
This one's for Mike. Mike, the play, the linebackers especially, I mean, yourself, been very aggressive too. Can you just kind of walk us through that with I guess not the mentality, but just kind of like your guys' approach today as far as being aggressive?
We both talked about just going out there and sending a message. We lost 3 seniors last year at the linebacker position, and we just wanted to go out there and prove something and tell them that we belong, basically. And I feel like we did a great job today.